to report a disturbance. Big speakers blasting like FU music.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Call ended on Tuesday, January 14th, 2014 at 15.
People don't have the same time schedule that we have.
Yeah.
You know?
We're not going to take up your whole day.
Yeah, man.
Let's just, we're going to ask you just a couple more questions and you guys can be on about your business.
Mm-hmm.
Your name, sir?
Andrew Brown.
Oh, you're a senior?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just run over it one more time and we'll send them on their way.
Okay, all right.
Just start at the night before where you're at the domino or the card game and just tell us what was happening.
The night, well, you talking about the Tuesday?
No, that would be the Monday night going into Tuesday.
It wasn't, we went, that morning, we went to court for his brother. They said we were going to set the court date back. He wanted to talk to his public defender, but the public defender went inside the holding cell. That's like over to the side. They ain't let Antonio out, so he stayed in Greg. He tried to stay in there till he came out, and he ain't never come out because he wanted to talk to the public defender. That day, it wasn't nothing. What can I say? I went in.
What was he? Let's not jump. What was he wanting to talk to the public defender about?
Just about his case. He just wanted to make sure that he was doing everything to help his brother. That's all he was worried about.
Are they getting close to trial on that?
They said trial date in February.
In February?
That's what they say. All he was trying to do is to see what was on the public defender mind by going back his brother's case.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That day, I went and washed clothes. Tell you the truth. I went and washed clothes that day. Came back over to my house. We just hanged out. Like every other night, he go home, I go home. I called him that Tuesday morning. Hey, cuz, where you at? He said, I'm coming through the path. We met up around at the store. It wasn't even, the store wasn't open at the time, so we sat up there and waited till the store opened. Then we went and go play some cards. He was drinking 4 or 5. Him and the dude had a misunderstanding. The dude didn't want to get into it with him, so I grabbed G-Mo. I took him to his house.
About what time was that, give or take?
I'm finna tell you, when we got in the house, I looked at his phone. It was at 2 o'clock. I put his phone on the charge. We sat there, talked. I went in the kitchen, give me something to drink. I seen that his old lady had some food left. I fixed meal plate. It was rice, cabbage, and barbecue ribs. I asked him, did he want any? He said no at the time, but he said, go fix me a plate, cuz. I fixed him a plate, put it in the microwave, gave it to him. He ate, and we began to talk. We got up, we moved to the front little patio area. We started talking then. And then by the time I came back into the kitchen, looked at his phone, it was 2:50. I went back where we was. I said, cuz, it's 2:50. I said, it's 20 minutes till you go get your kids. You gotta go get his kids at 3:10. He said, all right, cuz, I'm glad you told me that. We went outside the garage though. The garage was already open. Went outside, he sat down by the stereo. There's a chair by the stereo, and he was trying to turn it on. But it wasn't plugged up. I knew it wasn't plugged up, but it wasn't plugged up. I said, man, chill out. You know the school finna get out. He plugged it up, blasted music. Sat there, I said, man, you tripping. Turned it down, he turned it back up. So I just blocked that out. Said, well, I'm finna clean out your dog cage. I cleaned out the dog cage, fed the dogs, put the pit bull back in. He still has music blast already after I told him that people was across the street looking. I said, man, you tripping. I said, man, I told him, I said, I'm finna go. He said, nah, man, don't go, don't leave.
Who was across the street looking?
It was some people, they were sitting on a red bench.
People were waiting to pick up their kids?
Either it had to be a staff Or I know it was probably one person that was trying to pick up his kid was a black dude. Then a white person sat right next to him, I believe it was the staff, and they were just looking over there.
And that's Francis Sweet, right?
That's Francis K.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, cut down the music. I said, man, the people looking. I turned it down. He said, oh, they looking? I said, yeah. But then again, he turned it back up. I said, man, you tripping? I said, man, I'm finna go. He said, no, don't go. I said, man, you tripping? I said, well, man, I'll be back.
And you were saying before that the music was what might be considered inappropriate. Okay for adults, but not so much for kids. And that's why you told him to turn it down.
I told him to cut it
okay.
down. He was just. My concern was him going to get his kids, cause the old lady at work, and ain't no way she go pick him up. He stay right across the street. I say, go get your kids. He wanted me to go get them, but I told him they ain't gonna let me take the kids off the premises,
Right.
because they don't know me.
Right.
I said, you go get your kids. And before I left, I said, man, go get your kids. I'll be right back.
Was Greg upset about anything that day?
He wasn't upset after the incident. Maybe he was a little upset. But I explained it to him like, man, you feel me? The man, it was you. You feel me? That man ain't say nothing to you.
Who did he get in an argument with?
I don't know his name. They call him Meat.
Meat.
Yeah, but it wasn't no big thing.
Right.
I ain't finna. If they would have gotten a fight, I ain't finna sit there and let them, you feel me, hit my cousin or nothing. But before that escalated,
You stepped
took
in
him
and
on.
separated. That's good.
Let's go.
Was he going through anything with his baby's mama?
No, he wasn't.
Was he going through anything with his fiance that you know about?
No.
Okay. And you're saying that you never saw a gun, and it was just a normal day, right?
It was just a normal day.
Okay.
How about any other day? Have you ever seen him any other day with a gun?
My cabinet.
Have I seen him in the other day with a gun?
Okay, and you didn't even know he had a gun?
I didn't know he. Listen, check this out. I wouldn't put out that he had a gun. We stay in Fort Pierce, Florida.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of things go on.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Especially late.
He stayed with his wife and kids. Why shouldn't he have him like a concealed weapon? Anything. That's what I'm saying. Because just heard about somebody a home invasion just the other day that killed two.
That's fine.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
say
yeah.
he's got a gun in the past, but you didn't see him that day.
I didn't
is what
see
you're
him that
saying.
day. Yeah, that's.
I just want to make sure this is
Yeah.
misunderstanding.
That's
You saw it in the
exactly-
past, but not that day.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So as far as you know, you were with him. You guys ate some food and stuff like that.
Good food.
And you told him, hey, it's almost time for you to pick up your kids.
Exactly.
And then you cleaned out his dog cage and stuff like that for him.
Yes, sir.
When you plugged in his phone,
Okay.
remember you were talking about that?
Mhm.
Where did you plug that in at?
I
Was that in the
plugged it-
garage or?
No, it was in his kitchen, on the kitchen table.
What does his phone look like? Do you know?
It's a black phone. He done dropped it like 100 times.
Oh, Lord.
It's cracked.
It's all beat up?
Like, yeah, it's all
Okay.
beat up. Yeah.
All right. Was there any other phones in the house that you know of as far as cell phones?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
He didn't carry two phones, just one?
No, he just carried one phone.
Okay. After that was all done and everything, and you're fixing to leave, you took the black dog for a walk. Do you remember what time that was?
I don't know what time exactly time it
Well,
was.
close.
Listen, when I told him at the last time I looked at the time, it was 2:50. We was inside. I told him he gotta go get his kids. He said, I'm glad you told me that, cuz we got up and we went outside. He sat down. But between 2:50 and whatever time, I cleaned out his dog cage, fed his dogs, and walked off. I'm just giving you an estimate time, like between 2:50 and 3 o'clock or 3:05.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fair enough. I'm just trying to gauge it. That's all. And then after you were walking the little black dog, right?
Yes, sir.
And then what happened?
I just heard sirens, but I ain't hear them like coming his way. I heard 'em off from afar.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
what's going on? I thought it was a high-speed chase or something. And I decided to get up. I say, well, instead of walking through the path where I usually walk at, I like walked around by the roundabout.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see the police from afar. They had their guns pointed at the garage. The garage was closed.
What when you say police pointed at the garage, what kind of police were they? Were they City of Fort Pierce? Were they sheriff's office?
Listen,
Do you know?
I have no idea, but I thought I seen city, but somebody else say it was the sheriff.
No, I'm from what you saw with your eyes, not from what somebody else said.
When I seen the police, I wasn't really checking out the car. They car parked in front of the garage. It was two cops on the back of the trunk. They were pointing their guns at the garage.
Okay. You remember what they looked like?
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
No.
But you know that it was two of them and they had their guns pointed at Greg's garage?
At the garage. And
okay.
As I'm walking up the road, another cop car came and blocked off and told me to back off. I'm like, man, that's my cousin. What's going on?
Mm.
And then I decided to call him then. I called this phone. It wasn't no answer.
What's his phone number? Do you remember? Okay. And what's your phone number? Oh,
He got it.
okay. Okay, just to make sure.
That was your dad's.
Yeah, that's my dad. That's the best way you can get in contact with.
Yeah, but did you use that phone when you were trying to get a hold of him? That's what we're trying to
Did
figure
I
out.
use what
Yes.
phone?
What phone did you use when you tried to call him?
I used somebody's phone I won't say across the street, but the house that's directly in back, I use their phone.
Okay.
Yes.
So you tried to call and then what?
It wasn't no answer.
Did it go to voicemail or did it ring a bunch?
It was ring because the phone was on. But it was going dead, but it was still on. When I hooked it up to the charger, it was still on. And the phone was ringing. It was ringing, it rang, it rang, it rang. Called it again, it rang, it rang, it rang. Then you got other people, they trying to call and everything like that. I ain't never get no answer from him. And I know if he was still in that house and still alive, he would have heard his phone. He only got one ringtone to his phone, and he can hear it. It's loud. He would have made it to that phone to pick it up and let everybody know he all right. Then I would have told him, man, it ain't worth it. Come out the house. That's what everybody was trying to get. They thought he was barricaded in the house, he wouldn't come out. Everybody man, let me talk to him to get him out the house. But he ain't never pick up his phone. I knew something was wrong then.
When you first got there and the officer stopped you in the street, could you still hear the music from the garage?
Yeah, you can still hear the music. The garage was closed, but the music was still loud.
Okay.
But the music, as they kept on, they had a standoff, the music went off. But when the CD skipped, it completely turned off. It won't play no more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was the CD all beat up or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He ain't got it in the CD case. He just got it.
Oh, it's one of them things. Okay, he's bounced around a little bit. All right.
Yeah, just when you get a CD.
So when the CD started to skip, the music went off. But when you first saw the two cops, we don't know what they were.
The music was
okay. They had guns pointed at the garage,
and then I seen the bullet holes in.
And you heard the loud music coming from the garage. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. If he was in there trying to struggle for his life, ain't no way they could hear him or anything like that.
Because it was that loud?
Yeah, it was that loud.
Wow.
If he would have, he couldn't, ain't no way, if he would have screamed, ain't no way they can hear him. No way.
Wow.
Because the garage closed, the music is blasted. Ain't no way.
Okay.
What, when you left,
Okay.
what was he drinking when you left?
He wasn't drinking anything.
Did you see him drink anything that day?
He was drinking at that, like I said, that morning when I called him.
Right.
He started off with a 45. But between the time I took him home and stuff like that, the time we was together, he wasn't drinking. He didn't have anything.
Was he drunk?
He was, I could say he was a little tipsy, but ain't,
Okay.
you can't.
Just a little buzz?
Just a little buzz.
Okay.
But you couldn't tell anyways. But
Well, you would know. We probably wouldn't.
No, that's
You know,
what I'm
because you
saying.
know.
Did he smoke anything?
Nah, he don't smoke. He was on
Any-
probation.
Any pills or anything?
No, he indulge in that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Was he saying anything about wanting to hurt himself or anybody else?
No, he won't. That's what I'm saying, man. Kindest man in the world. He ain't gonna do no harm to nobody. That's what I was. No harm.
Well, that's why we're trying to ask. You know him better than we obviously do. So you're the expert. Okay. So go ahead, do me a favor and raise your right hand, please. Everything you've told us during this interview has been the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. We are still looking for that gentleman that has access to the CD. When we find it, can we call you and have him come back in?
Yeah, I will
Okay.
come back in.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, sir, taking your son down here and your time. We don't want to hold you up any longer than we have to,
Yes, sir.
but I don't want you to wait for my people to get up to speed. Okay?
Yeah.
So once we get that all done, maybe we can reconvene or not. Okay?
We can.
Okay.
I don't have no problem coming up.
Okay. Not a problem. I appreciate that.
All right.
Okay, we're done. Thank you very much. Yeah.